morning children. Welcome to our EVS class. Today we have to study new chapter, chapter 3, Water, the Elixir of Life. What do you mean by elixir of life? Elixir means Jeevamrutam, very important. Here water is very important to human beings, not only to human beings, but also to all plants and to all creatures in this world. All need water to live. Do you know it? Okay, yes. Now listen. Here is a boy. His name is Rahul. We can see what he is saying. Walking along the fields, while he was walking through the fields, he saw some plants. That plants were very weak, pale plants. Weak means vaadiya sasyangalaayirunnu. All drooping down. Drooping means hang downwards. Ellam vaadittu ingane thala ingane kunichu nikkana. Haven't you seen when plants are weak, they will droop their head? Isn't it? Thala ingane kunichu nikkunnu kanditille? Vaadumbo chedigal. Raising hand to the cloudy sky, he said, "Enna paranjathu? Rain, 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 come down." Cloudy sky. Agast nalla mazhakkarunde, but there is no rain. Because of lack of water, these plants are drooping down. Understood? So he asked the rain to come. He asked the rain to come down. Okay? Raising dust all about, soon blew in the cool breeze. At that time, when he said this, a cool breeze. What do you mean by breeze? Gentle wind. A cool breeze came and it began to rain. Hearing the thunder roar, I ran home to hide before I freeze. Not only rain, but also thunder occurred. When he heard the sound of the thunder, he ran to his own house to hide, to escape from thunder and rain. He ran to his own house. Before I freeze, before getting cold, he went to his house. And as the rain came down in drops, when the rain came down in drops, the plants went dancing, trop, trop. When the rain came down, what happened? All the plants began to dance because they became happy. Understood? They became happy and so they began to dance. Wow, the rain, little drops rushing down from the sky to the earth, accompanied by the cool breeze. Not only rain, cool breeze. After some time, the little rain grew wild. After some time, the rain became heavy. The yard filled with water. Everywhere there was water. Rahul became happy. The boy became happy. He made paper boats and let them float in water. He made so many boats, paper boats, and let them float in water. You also do that, isn't it? When there is water in our yard, we make paper boats and float it in our yard, isn't it? Next page. Rahul is not only one who was happy while getting rain. Rahul was not only the one person who was happy, but all the creatures, all the plants in this world became happy. All need water. The little ant, croaking frog, drooping plants, all became happy. What a hot summer! How much everyone longed for the rain. When it was very hot summer, all expect a rain or like to have a rain. And here it is, the cool rain bringing relief to all. Now this cool rain gives relief to all, not only human beings but also all creatures and all plants. All became very happy. When the rain came, have you, dear friends, noticed the changes around us after it rains? Can you say the changes that occurs in our surroundings after rain? You say, don't look in your textbook, say the answer. We feel cold. Then water bodies like wells, canals, ponds, all rivers, all filled up with water. Grass sprouts in the yard. Grass sprouts comes in the yard. Plants and trees sprout. Cultivation begins. Pits and lowlands fill with water. Soil drains away. Flies rise from soil. All this happens after rain. So you study these points. We have to write this in our notebook and study these points. Very important part. Very important point. All organisms of nature like plants, animals and human beings depend on the rain that comes from the sky to the earth. All creatures, all plants, animals and human beings depend on the rain that comes from the sky. Can we live without water? You say, can we live without water? No, we can't live without water. Water is very essential for our life. Understood all of you? Okay. Next page, sources of water. There are different sources of water. That means we get water from different places. Which are they? The most important source of our water supply is wells. Isn't it? In our area, wells. But in cities and towns, they depend on pipe water. They depend on pipe water. Here in village areas, in each and every house have a well, isn't it? So we depend on well water to do our necessaries. What are the sources of water? Well, pond, canal, river, lake, lagoon. All these places we can see water, and from these we use water for different purposes. What are the water sources in your locality? Here, what are the sources of water in your locality? What is it? Wells, pipe water, then ponds, isn't it? Source of streams. In some places there may be streams. Most of the people in village use well water for drinking, but people in town and cities depend on pipe water. In cities, people depend on pipe water, but in village areas we use well water for drinking and other purposes. The water from water sources is purified, cleaned and distributed through pipes. After purification, after cleaning the water, it is supplied to different areas through pipes. I too need water. Just imagine how it is when you feel very thirsty. When we feel thirsty, we need water to drink. Isn't it just like that? All animals. Here see this tiger is drinking water. Here a bird drinking water. All creatures in this world needs water when they are thirsty. Water is essential not only for us but for the existence of all organisms in nature like animals and plants. That means all need water. Water is such an important thing to our life. Next page. We need water for drinking, bathing and agriculture. What are the other needs for which water is used? What are the other needs for water is used? Can you say? Here it is given. Cooking, washing vessels, washing clothes, washing vessels, vehicles, watering plants. So many uses are given here. Some more uses we have to write here. Okay, you write here other uses, some more uses. So many are the needs of water. We use water for several purposes like household needs, agriculture, industry and construction. Water is not used for drinking, cooking, washing, all that. We also use water for agriculture, for farming. Water is necessary. So also for industry, water is necessary. For construction works, water is necessary. So there are different uses of water. If there is no water, what will happen? If there is no water on the earth, there will be no creatures. No creatures. It will be a desert. It will be a desert. No plants, no animals, no human beings. Okay? There are 44 rivers in our Kerala. In our state, Kerala, there are 44 rivers. So also numerous streams, several canals, wide wetlands, lakes, lagoons and so on. Still drought in Kerala. Even if there are so many rivers and so many sources of water, we have drought, lack of water or scarcity of water in Kerala. In summer season, we have to depend on other sources for water. Okay, understood? In our areas, there will be drinking water supply through panchayats. Have you seen? Ah, yes. Oh, just imagine a situation without water, dried up agricultural fields, wells, rivers, ponds during extreme summer. Certain regions experience severe water scarcity, lack of water. Haven't you seen its newspaper? In newspapers, reports and pictures of people suffering due to the scarcity of even drinking water. And I told you that in our area also, when there is scarcity of drinking water during summer season, panchayats or municipalities or other welfare societies will supply water for us. Isn't it? Have you ever experienced water scarcity in your locality? Have you ever suffered water scarcity in your places? Next page. Precious water. What do you mean by precious? Valuable, very important. Okay? That is, water is very valuable thing, very important thing. Understood? You may have seen such situations when precious water is wasted. What are the situations where water is wasted? Can you mention? Can you mention the situations when water is wasted? Okay. Tanks overflowing. Then leaking taps. Leaving the shower in the bathrooms unnecessarily open. During these situations, water may be wasted. Next, drinking water for sale. We too have reached the situation of being forced to buy pure water for drinking. In certain situations, we have to buy drinking water by giving money. In cities, pure water is carried through pipelines. They have no wells. Pipeline water is used by these people in cities. We have to pay for this on the basis of the quantity of water used. That means house connections. In house connections, when we use water, pipe water, we have to pay a small amount to them. According to the quantity we have used, we have to pay for them. We must ensure water conservation by controlling the use of water. By controlling use of water. Don't waste water. So also don't too much water. Thus we have to ensure water conservation. Jalam samrakshikkanam. So also prevent water pollution. So also we must prevent water pollution. What do you mean by water pollution? Jalam malineekarikkunnathu, jalam cheethayakkunnathu tadayanam. These two things we have to do. Understood? Okay. Thank you, children.